looking back, like, say, one comedian that we are probably, like, if you knew him, like, in the 80s, and perhaps, that time frame, well, like, especially, like, say, when you, like, watch, like, say, films, like, say, like, Billy Madison films, like, say, Little Nicky, you probably remember...
I sure hope Nikki's kicking some ass on Earth, or we are doomed.
I was the one who created hell.
I know that's your hatefulness.
But actually, the credit for starting hell belongs to my first wife, She was the inspiration. Hey, Chewbacca, take it easy, will you? In fact, you look like my first wife. Only she had more hair.
Or maybe if you, maybe you would have remembered him from, like, say, Caddyshack.
Hey, everybody, we're all gonna get laid.
In this case, Rodney Dangerfield. But for some folks, perhaps you were a bit too young. You probably didn't really know his, like, brand of comedy.
I tell you, I can't relax, The other night I was in a place I felt like having a few drinks. Someone ordered a bartender. I said, surprise me. He showed me a naked picture of my wife. Tell you the truth, and my wife and I, we never have sex. Now, we get undressed, we can't stop laughing, I got no sex life. 10 years ago, my wife put me on hold. My old man, he didn't help at all, my old man. We used to play tag and he'd drive.
So, but I bet you did know of his one time doing an animated film called Rover Dangerfield, in which a canine named Rover, owned by a Las Vegas showgirl, gets dumped off the Hoover Dam and finds himself living on a farm. And in a way, having to, change his, perspective of living it to the life to the fullest, to having to settle down and work hard. And I'll be honest, when I had to go to try to start watching this picture, I at first thought, well, mostly because at first I thought that the character of Rover was just kind of like, say, not so sure if I should really like this character. But, as, you go through the film, and, whether it was story moments, singing moments, which, I never realized this, but Rodney Dangerfield, he actually had a good singing voice.
I'm in love with the dog next door. There is nothing worth wanting more. You're everything I ever dreamed you'd be. You're even more beautiful than eyes can see. Oh, I'm in love with the dog next door, and I never felt like this before.
He actually did the screenplay for it, along with the story, with Harold Ramis. And the animation for this film is actually fairly good. It actually reminds me of a film, like a Don Bluth film. And
then, one night, I looked upon the words under the cage door and understood them. We had become intelligent.
I mean, not minus the scary moments from those films, but as as you're watching the film and you go through all the moments of Rover is getting used to having to live on the farm, having to trying to change or do better. You in a way change and realize, oh, wow. Sort of like how you are so used to things, periods in your life, like living in some place, and then you are in a way having to make a big change and move in life, and then suddenly you're somewhere else. And I gotta say, I actually really liked this film. Whether it was the kooky moments of Rover having to chase the rooster because the rooster is just doing his thing of like yelling.
I'm trying to be nice. Knock it off, will you?
Hey, what's all this fuss? I'm trying to lay in there. Chester, you're starting trouble again, huh? I can't leave you alone for 2 minutes. You're impossible. My mother never did like you.
You're really henpecked.
You shut up! Stop picking on him!
Hey, who do you think you're talking to? You're not married to me.
At like, you know, it's trying to wake everybody up and all that. The one thing that I was really a bit surprised about, but then again, this is an animated film, and their idea was originally was to make this R-rated, sort of like, say, the film Cool World. At least I think that was the idea, but they decided to say, the studio said, like, say, how about no? So, they decided to say, keep it G, please, Rodney. At first, like, you know, you'd be thinking, like, say, oh, Rodney Dangerfield, animated, you'd think there would be more risque jokes and all that. But, as you go through it, you learn to like all these characters. You learn to like Rover's relationship with the character of Daisy and all his, you know, willingness to try to do better. Like, become a true farm dog and all that. I also think the moment where I feel like saying, okay, movie, you have won me over, is in the sequence in which Rover is believed to have accidentally killed the turkey. So he is, you know, Cal, the dad, the you know, the owner of the farm. He is like saying, you know, son, I'm sorry. They had to do an old yeller and take him out. And I just found like say, yes, we have Rodney Dangerfield voicing this character, but at the same time, you can still feel the bit of emotion behind, like, say, you know, Rover saying goodbye to all these characters that he's grown to, you know, have friendships in a way for. And at the same time, we do as well.
That one's for the 3 little pigs.
Well, look who's here. Super dog. Get him!
So, yeah. But, you know, eventually one thing that leads to another, like, as like, I forgot to mention this, but, Ronnie's owner, Connie, who has a very leechy, some boyfriend who's basically just, almost a con man, they basically found, like, say, oh, Rover is on a farm. But I like his little, like, come up as the mob basically has, like, say, you want to take a drive over Hoover Dam? I don't know. I really love the musical moments of this. You know, it's Ronnie, he did a great job when it came to the singing of this film. And I feel like this film was what would be considered a hidden gem.
I gotta go, Daisy. But you know I'll miss you.
Will you miss me?
Oh, Daisy, you know I will. I have to go. You understand that, don't you?
I understand, Rover. Goodbye.
Let's go, Rover!
You know, it's kind of underrated. See you next time.